Hey, Wade and Langston, thanks for joining us on See You at the Show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we are talking on Thursday afternoon, and we're just a few hours from opening night of Aladdin at Franklin STEAM Academy. This must be a really exciting time.
We are very excited.
We are.
So Aladdin is a pretty classic show. I don't think we need to go through plot points, but why don't you tell me who you play and what it's like to be that character?
All right, so I am Aladdin, and you might think, oh, it's Disney. It's just, Aladdin runs around, suddenly becomes a prince. No, it's a lot more complicated than that. Aladdin is a very different sort of character. He's not your Prince Charming. He starts as a street rat, as people would say, and works his way up to prince, and that's really it's a fun transformation to play. I have 2 different costumes that look incredibly different, and that really represents the change in the show.
Okay, and now Langston, this evolution that Aladdin is making is something that doesn't please your character very much.
Not at all. I play Jafar in the show, who's the main villain. Jafar constantly tries to keep Aladdin and every other prince from marrying Jasmine so that he can become sultan. Jafar himself is a very fun role to play. It's my first time playing a villain. And I'm hoping that it won't be my last. It's such an interesting experience that I'm glad I got to enjoy.
What do you like about being a villain?
It gives you this, incredible sense of power of the show. You get to control the show, which way it goes, how it's going to end, even though we all know how it's going to end in the end, especially for a Disney show.
Right.
I think Langston definitely brings a layer of intricacy to Jafar that a lot of people wouldn't really expect. He's not just your typical bad guy. He's got layers.
Well, that's going to be fun because I think when we go to a show that we know, we expect to see characters in a way that we know them. And so is that a challenge to you to bring your own self into a known character?
It can be. When people come and they're expecting to see Aladdin running around the stage, jumping all over the place, they expect to see Aladdin. They don't expect to see some guy's rendition of Aladdin. Whereas people who are coming to see, or not coming to see, but when people see people like my friends, they're not like, oh, why is he doing that? Why isn't he acting like the Aladdin's friends I know? So it can be complicated to play a known character.
Mm-hmm. Same with Jafar. You have to think outside the box for his character, and most people, when they see it, they're like, I don't remember that. And you don't see the same actions that he does in the show at all.
So I've seen you two on stage going back to Park District on the Stratton stage in 3rd grade.
Right.
And in that show, Wade, you were the villain, trying to stop Langston from having a happy, victorious love life, and I guess, right? You actually became, because in
it's
Aristocats,
actually pretty comparable because he was the grungy street rat.
Yeah, Thomas O'Malley.
Mm-hmm. Alley Cat.
Yeah, and went on to become a step-parent, which is a whole. There should be a whole sequel about that, but that's for another day.
Yes.
So who are the teachers or other people that helped you put the show together?
Well, our director is Christine Tabor, which we give a huge thanks to. We could not have done the show without you.
Never.
You have been, she's been doing just amazing things with the show. She has been constantly changing our schedule so that everybody can make it. She has been adding times to rehearsal so that we can get things done. It's opening night, and she is stoked for us, and at the same time that she is very nervous. But it's a good nerve. It's a good nerve. Everyone has this nerve today, but a lot of people who say she's stressed, we all know that she's just trying to make sure that we are going full on wonderfully, and we can thank her greatly for that.
I also take this time to bring up our other directors. We had Jasmine Henderson as our vocal director. She was amazing. Without her, I don't know what my harmonies in A Whole New World would sound like, but it would not be pretty. But it'll be pretty tonight, don't worry. Then Heather Cameron, who did a lot of costumes, Amanda Wise, who was an assistant director, and I'm forgetting somebody, aren't I? Oh, Whitney Hayvice, who was an amazing choreographer. We definitely could not have done the show without her.
So this isn't
it would have been a struggle.
So this isn't characters just standing around the stage. We're going to see some dancing tonight.
A lot of
Sure.
dancing.
Yeah. And how many cast members would you say are in the show altogether?
30? I don't know.
35 maybe?
Yeah, probably.
It's somewhere in that range.
Within that, yeah.
Yeah.
30, maybe 40, between that.
And then a lot more tech. Tech was a problem about a week ago, but at this point we've really gotten the show together. And a lot of that, I don't know, Langston, if you want to talk more about the working that brings a show together.
The work brought a lot of atmosphere of the show together. It gave us an entire different outlook on each other. We had to do multiple work days every single day. And we had to work together to make the costumes. We had to help Miss Cameron make the costumes. We had to help paint things such as my snake staff or just something as simple as the Baklava Vox. Which
That took a surprisingly long amount of time.
but it's
Shout
it
out
was
to
worth
Yan
it.
for
Shout
his
out to
amazing
Yan. Oh my
painting.
God. Bob Ross much?
I've seen your staff. Now that is a fabulous, menacing prop. You said you feel power as the villain. I bet some of it just comes from holding that.
Yes, it really brings up it makes me feel like I'm standing like much straighter. I'm walking slowly. I'm walking like I have power, like I don't care, but I have a purpose, and I'm using that purpose.
When I run on stage and I see Langston holding that thing, I just want to leave.
I assume that they probably wouldn't allow you just to walk around school with the staff on a regular day.
They may, but if I did, it'd probably
That could add some swagger to your social life, maybe.
one of the two. And
I think they'd be scared to try and take it from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned before that you both have acted together, but this is only your second show at Franklin. Where has your acting been prior to this?
Champaign Park District, CPD, if you might want to call it that. That was a bit weird. But Patty Dudley is an amazing director, and I've had her since, fourth grade? She didn't do our first show, but after that, she's been an amazing director.
I have had Miss Patty since I was 5 years old. She is, in a way, a secondary family to me. I love whenever I hear that she's directing a show, which is most times, thankfully. Every single time that we do a CPD show, I'm always